To play this video you need to enable JavaScript in your browser. The former PM admits she was in a rush to change the UK economy during her time in power. Liz Truss has vehemently defended the policies she tried to enact during her short time as Prime Minister. She acknowledged that she tried to do things in a rush in her time in office. But the Tory MP argued that she could not deliver her plans due to the political and economic establishment, blaming institutional bureaucracy. The former PM also called on Rishi Sunak to cut taxes, reduce benefit increases, raise the retirement age and delay net zero commitments. Her speech at an event held by the Institute for Government think tank comes almost a year after her government unveiled a series of economic measures, described as a mini-budget, that included a £45 billion of tax cuts alongside support for people struggling with rising energy bills. The plans triggered weeks of economic turmoil, and just a few weeks later Ms. Truss was forced to scrap almost all of the measures. The speech is one of the few occasions she has spoken in public about her tenure, and she said, "Some people said we were in too much of a rush. And it is certainly true that I didn't just try to fatten the pig on market day, I tried to rear the pig and slaughter it as well." Watch Liz Truss's 45 days in office. She said that communication could have been better and the operation better honed, but also that she was unable to implement her plans because there was a powerful force comprising the economic and political elite, corporatists, parts of the media and even a section of the Conservative Parliamentary Party, opposed to her ideas. She also argued that her tax cuts were not unfunded as they would have increased revenue in the long term. In addition to reflecting on her time in office, Ms. Truss used her speech to urge the government to reinstate VAT-free shopping for tourists and abolish the windfall tax on oil and gas firms. It also means raising the retirement age further, she said. During the question session following her speech, Ms. Truss further defended her policies. Following her mini-budget, interest rates jumped sharply, leading to rising mortgages and hundreds of products being removed from the mortgage market. However, the former Prime Minister said interest rates had been artificially low for many years and would have risen, regardless of her policies. Ms. Truss also criticized the civil service, saying that while she had worked with brilliant people, there was a system problem. Asked for examples of civil service interference, she said officials tended to be more enthusiastic and active when implementing climate policies, compared to delivering the government's plan to send migrants to Rwanda. She also hit back at Mark Carney, the former Bank of England governor, who, over the weekend, said Ms. Truss had failed to turn the UK into Singapore on Thames, but instead delivered Argentina on the Channel. Ms. Truss said Mr. Carney had contributed to the 25-year economic consensus that has led to low growth across the Western world. Some text goes here. Having largely spent the past year since leaving Number 10, keeping a lower profile, Ms. Truss is likely to become more vocal in the next 12 months. She is writing a book, due for publication in April, entitled 10 Years to Save the West, in which she will share the lessons from her time in government. She will also attend the Conservative Party conference in Manchester later this month. Liz Truss said she did not want to participate in a Conservative Party soap opera, so there was no direct attack on her successor as PM. But she argued that when she herself had faced the chop, it wasn't because her policies had been wrong. It was instead down to a rogues gallery of opponents who had undermined her, the political and economic establishment, parts of the media and a chunk of her own parliamentary party. Although she said she didn't envisage a return to Downing Street, were her party to lose power at the next election, a debate over its future direction is likely to ensue, and others may take on her free market mantle. Conservative MP Conor Burns, whom she sacked, said, "She is a drag anchor to any cause she attaches herself to." Another Conservative MP and former Minister Damien Green said, "It's been a year since Liz wrote a budget." Rupert Harrison, the economic advisor to former Conservative Chancellor George Osborne, wrote on X, formerly Twitter, that Ms. Truss had a brass neck, adding, "to presume to offer advice after what happened." Meanwhile, Labour had called on the Prime Minister to block Liz Truss's resignation honors list. I never had realistic chance to cut taxes. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel to stay updated with our latest content and support our work. Just click the subscribe button below to join our community.